are you guys doing today? So, Friday, I like to do a little warm-up series because a lot of my singer friends and clients have gigs on the weekends. So this is a great time, especially right now in the afternoon, to kind of get the voice moving a little bit, get the body and the blood flow circulating and everything just all jazzed up for your evening tonight. And then give the voice a little bit of rest before moving into a full vocal activity of like a couple of hours, right? And then also, this is kind of the slow season. Oh, it's January. Everybody's broke and tired of eating out and tired of wine and chocolate and all the things. So, we tend to slow down a little bit in this month, and, that's okay. Of course, for our businesses as the entrepreneurial side of being a singer, we want work and gigs. But it's also a really great season for you to slow down as well as a singer and work on your chops or set some intentions for the year. I posted about New Year's Eve resolutions. I'm not a big believer in that. I think a lot of them come from, it's not that I'm not a believer in goal setting or intentionality or reflection. I love those things and I love the energy of making change in your life. I just think that a lot of times when we do it on New Year's, it comes from a place of external motivation of what other people think we should do, and everybody's doing it, so let's jump on board. But I do love the energy of learning more about yourself and learning what you can do and expanding what you can do and breaking through some of the blocks you might have in your life to go farther. So that being said, I'll share a few of my intentions with you for the year. Hi, Matt Culp. It's nice to see you. One of the things that I want to work on this year is just being more playful. I take things really seriously. I've been a very serious singer since I was a really little kid, and I've been like very, it's just all business. And, in this last year, I've been forming my own business, which has been actually all business. So this year, I want to play a little bit more, and so you're going to get to see some pretty ridiculous things from me, and today is going to be no exception to that rule. I want to warm up a little bit using some barnyard animal sounds. Because if you can't play and you can't laugh and you can't be silly, then how can you go be great, right? How can you go step out on stage and be serious, and take yourself so seriously? You can't. You have to play. You have to enjoy. You have to allow yourself to be weird. So we're going to get a little bit weird. I want to start. I'm looking on Facebook here. Hi, whoever's live. It's not showing me what's up. So whoever is here on Facebook, hi. I'm going to start with a moo, a cow. We're going to do some sirens on a moo. So two things that are nice about this to just kind of start the voice out. The M sound, it's very resonant. It creates a natural resonance in the voice. So you're automatically kind of creating that forward, beautiful energy. And then the oo vowel is going to travel up through the range really gently and easily and be kind of able to get to the top of the range right off the bat. So we're just going to touch the edges of your range, starting at your low point all the way up to your high point. And we are saying the word moo like a cow. Are you ready? Okay, quality breath to start. Nice relaxed shoulders. Let's do two more. It's going to be very hard to keep a straight face through this one. Here we go. Quality breath. Last one just like that. Inhale. Okay. So You can see on those sirens, you're just gonna kind of get each side of the reg. You wanna get the highs, you wanna get the lows, and you wanna just open up your voice. Make some noise. Maybe some of you haven't made noise yet today with your singing. Maybe some of you, like me, I've barely even spoken today because I work from home or in a coffee shop and I'm online a lot. So I don't even really use my voice until I start teaching often or until I start singing. So that's a good way to kind of wake it up. And if you're finding that you have a really big break, hi Marcella, if you're finding you have a really big break in there, sometimes it helps to start at the top, go to the bottom, and come back up. You kind of engage the CT muscles from the top all the way down, and then come back up. So maybe you want to try doing that the other way. Okay, so a few tongue twisters here to continue to wake up the voice just a little bit. I was saying, Marcella, you just joined us, but this year one of my intentions is playfulness, finding time for play, finding time off, finding time, you know, to play, whatever that looks like for you. And so in my warm-ups, I'm actually gonna be a little more playful and be a little more silly because we all are so very serious when we start to sing. So this next one is a tongue twister. Hi, Ashley. Tongue twisters are fun. It's great for public speaking. Ashley, you're somebody I could see totally getting out there and doing some public speaking about your experience in grief and rebirth and all of your work. So, oh yeah, I know you do, Marcella. That's amazing. I love watching you and enjoying your playfulness as well. So this one is a tongue twister. I'm gonna say it, and then I want you to say it back with really clear articulation. And notice that I'm kind of speaking in my middle voice. My voice isn't sitting really low, and I'm not using a lot of vocal fry. I'm up in my mask. I'm speaking really clearly and with some presence and some vitality in my voice. So this one is called Betty Botter, and it goes like this. So I'm going to say it once, and then you repeat back and forth. Here we go. So Betty Botter bought some butter. But she said my butter is bitter. It's actually butters. But she said my butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. Okay. So I'm going to do now 2 phrases and then the other 2. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said my butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. Did you get it? You guys can always rewind. I think I set this to where you can rewind. So if you don't get it right away, you can always go back and play with this later. We're going to try the whole thing through. I'm going to say it once, and I'd like you to try and say it back. It goes like this. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said my butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. Did you get it? Okay, moving on. We're going to do the same exercise, but with we have 2 more tongue twisters. The next one we'll do the same way. We're going to speak it really clearly, trying to get all that articulation, lips, teeth, tongue, all our articulators woken up and awake and energized. And then the next one we're going to move on to, I'm going to put on the piano and we'll start to sing a little bit, okay? So this one goes like this. A big black bug bit a big brown bear. The big brown bear bled blue-black blood. Okay, so 2 at a time. Sorry, I had a brain fart. How does this go? Okay. A big black bug bit a big brown bear. The big brown bear bled blue-black blood. Okay, all together. A big black bug bit a big brown bear, and the big brown bear bled blue-black blood. Okay, I hope you're having fun and getting a laugh, and it doesn't matter if you get these right, friends. It's just the process of doing it. Wake it up, just try, have some fun, lighten up. That is the name of the game. Okay, so we're gonna go to the piano for our last tongue twister, and then we're gonna finish off with some more barnyard noises. This one goes like this. The words are, Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. Okay, so it goes like this. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. Nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. So a chromatic scale, little half steps. Here we go. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. Now I'm going to stop here for just a second because I'm noticing as I'm doing all the blah, 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 my jaw is like totally tense. So I'm going to take these two fingers. I'm going to give a little massage to that clenchy jaw muscle, right where if you grit your teeth, that muscle is going to kind of pop out. And this is also why I don't do my makeup before I warm up for my gigs, because I tend to stretch and touch my face a lot. And this twangy stuff we're going to get into in a minute is probably going to create some loosening of any mucus. If you have any allergies or just stuffiness in general, or like getting over a cold, you will probably loosen some of that up, and it's going to come out. So you're going to want to blow your nose. And of course, if you're someone who wears makeup, you know that that just ruins your whole day. Okay, so we're going to start again. We'll start about here. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. Couple more. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For nobody's toes are posies of roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be. That one's a little difficult and a little strange, so if you had a little trouble with it, don't feel frustrated. You can just come back to it and try. It's an odd scale pattern, and it's also a tongue twister. So lots of zzz and lots of m in that one. Those are both going to kind of wake up resonance as well. And zzz. You can feel all that energy forward in your face when you make those sounds. Try it out. It's cool. Okay, next, we're going to go into some naso-pharynx work, into the mask. This is kind of one of my, I think, areas of genius in singing. It's definitely a placement that I have gotten to know really well and that I love. And it also really helps me in my speech. I keep my speaking voice up there too. It keeps me from shouting or putting strain here. So if you're somebody who's interested in speaking on stage or speaking for a living or recording podcasts or audiobooks or whatever the hell you want to do, it really helps to kind of keep the voice here. And you notice I've got some engagement in the eyebrows and some lift in my face. I'm not overly relaxed and not sitting down here on my voice. And you can tell that just doesn't sound that great, right? You sound tired. Okay. So I'm also going to see Willie Nelson tonight. Whoa, I'm so excited. And if you are a fan of Willie Nelson, which I assume, Marcella, you probably are, you know, that bridgy, bright sound is very present in his voice. He's got a very bright and present voice. So let's play. We're going to get super weird. So if your neighbors are home, they're going to think you're crazy, and that's part of the game. So let them think what they want. We're going to go quack, 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 quack. Okay, so a few things you're going to notice. One, it's pretty bright and white. I'm not going quack, quack, quack. It's not long in this case, like a classical sound, but it is lifted. It's lifted into my cheeks. Quack, ah, ah. So my mouth is opening into kind of a creepy clown smile. Ah, ah, ah. My tongue is low, and my lips are going to kind of smile and come off my teeth a little bit. Quack, 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 ah, ah, ah. That's the sound we want to go for, okay? So I think we started there. Let's go. 5-note scale on a quack like a duck. Here we go. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. And now as I'm getting toward my break in my voice, as I'm approaching it, I'm gonna go even more nasal. I'm gonna let it sit in my mask, in my nose even more. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. And I want all that sound to come right out of my cheekbones. It's not really popping above here in my face at any point. It's not coming up here into quack, 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 quack. It's quack, quack, quack. It's not pretty. Don't make it pretty. Be ridiculous with me. It's so fun. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Now that's really wanting to pop up in my face. I'm going to go maybe 2 or 3 more and try and really keep it in that diagonal cheekbone direction. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. And I love in those I start getting into a setting where it almost sounds like you're saying whack, 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 whack. With that ooh vowel. I don't know, it's a funny phenomenon. If you do a few of them, it starts to sound like a different word. And this is gonna do the same. We're gonna go into a meow, like a cat. Meow, 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 meow. And same thing, you can see how much work, sorry, my nose gets itchy when I play this keyboard, it's dusty. You can see how much work my mouth and my face are doing. Meow. There's a lot of movement there, and I think a lot of people when they're starting out singing, and even people who've been singing a long time but never really just thought about it, there's not enough action in the face. We're very relaxed. Meow, 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 meow. See this very vertical, kind of lazy look. We want to get nice and big. Meow, 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 meow. So I'm getting into a very big open mouth. Ah, smiling through my cheekbones, lifting through my eyebrows, lifting. I'm not lifting my soft palate a lot because I want to stay in the bridge. And if you lift too much in the soft palate, it's going to direct all that sound out of the mouth. And a lot of this is actually going to be airflow through the nose. So the soft palate's pretty low, but there's a big like the jaw drops and there's a big opening. So let's go for some meows. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, there it was. So my voice on that last one, meow, it popped right up into the head. And I don't know if you could notice that. If you were singing along, you maybe didn't hear it. But that's where my voice wants to go into head condition. And I'm really trying to keep it in a mix. So if your voice is breaking or cracking while you're trying to do this, that's really okay. You kind of got to get through that to get to the point where it won't break anymore and where it will actually mix really high up here and be, hey, oh yeah, 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 nice and bright up here, yeah, yeah, see, same coordination, yeah, 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 right? So if you want your voice to be powerful in that middle voice region, we got to kind of play around with these odd sounds. So we're going to keep going. That's where my voice wanted to pop into head. I'm going to take it down a whole step and see if I can kind of extend that break one more time. Okay? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. There it was. Let's see if we can go past the break. Who knows? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. I'm also giving a little bit more volume and a little more breath support as I'm going up higher. The volume is going to help kind of extend that break as well. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, so at that top point, I am kind of setting up as though I am singing in a head voice, but it's kind of a reinforced speech head voice. So I'm not letting the chords blow apart and get too airy, too loose, too breathy. So I am keeping some compression on the air and some closure on the chords as I move up, but I'm not shouting, and I'm also not allowing the voice to pop up behind my eyes or up, you know, in third eye or above the head. So if you don't know what I'm talking about and you want to experience that, let's revisit our moo from the beginning of the session. We're going to moo again. And I want you to kind of close your eyes when you do it and visualize where you kind of sense the voice in the body. A lot of people refer to it as kind of an elevator, like starting a little below your sternum, like between the little ribs, and coming up through the chest, up through the throat, up through the face, and then up through the top of the head and back down. So let's do 3 more sets of moo. You're going to see one that now that we've warmed up a little, they're going to feel a little different. They'll be a little easier. Maybe you can go a little farther on either side this time. And secondly, close your eyes, sense where that voice is living in the body. So we want to really start to develop an awareness of where the voice is resonating in the body, okay? So 3 sets of moo. We're going to loop them together with a nice deep breath so it's a flow state. So inhale till you're full, moo cow till you're not full, and then inhale again, and we're going to do it 3 times. Here we go. Nice quality breath to start. Okay, so, oh, I totally messed up. I said we were going to do 3 in a row. Let's do 3 in a row for real. Here we go. I won't talk. All right, I failed. I need water. That is a residual cold and what it sounds like on your voice, friends. The idea between doing 3 in a row, even though I've failed twice now to do that, is that We want the breath to flow in. As soon as you're full, you sing until you're empty, and as soon as you're empty, you flow back in. So it's like a pendulum swing. We're never holding on one side or the other. It's not going to swing up and like chill up here. It's gonna take a teeny pause to change directions, and then it's gonna keep going. So you inhale till you're full, you sing till you're empty, and you inhale till you're full, and you sing till you're empty. Okay. Lastly, I think that's about all the singing I'm gonna do with you guys today. But I do want to encourage you guys to, in the comments, if you're here, let me know what your singing intentions are for the year. Mine are playfulness and really big leaps of faith. So I'm streamlining what I do with my time so that I can make the very best of it. And I'm just going to believe like hell in myself so that I can get done a lot of really brilliant things this year, I hope. And I hope the same for you. I hope you take really big, bold, brave choices. And then also I want to remind you guys, if you haven't already joined my email list, I know Marcella, you're there. I'm not sure if any of my Instagram people over here are on the email list yet, but another thing I'm really trying to focus on this year is giving a lot of love to the email list, because you guys showed up for me and you gave an offer of belief and faith in me by exchanging that. And did you know that only like 8% of your Facebook and Instagram following sees your posts? Like, that's the stupid algorithm that everybody hates. I don't hate the algorithm. I don't care. It's fine. I have everyone I need right here. But if you're not on my email list, that's where I'm going to be spending a little bit more time this year instead of on Instagram and Facebook, because I feel like I am missing out on my true audience, which is there. So I'll be sharing these videos back. I'll be sharing a recap of my social media stuff in case you missed it. And also just offering kind of my most valuable stuff to the email subscribers. So I'll drop a link in the comments if you'd like to join the email list. And I appreciate you guys showing up and saying hi. I see a few friends and family from the Midwest over here on Instagram that showed up, even though you're maybe not people who sing, which is really cool. This is actually so good for you in a lot of ways. If you're not a singer and you just sing anyway for fun because it's playful, it actually can relax you quite a bit. The larynx, the central nervous system, the nerve that controls a lot of our anxiety and calm responses in the central nervous system, runs right through your voice box. So if you just show up and make moo cow noises with me, I bet you'll leave with a smile and a little lightness in your step after that. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. If you are a singer, I hope you have great gigs this weekend. If you don't have many gigs happening because it's that slow season, keep up on your chops. Let me know what you want to learn from me. I'd be happy to teach it to you. There's a couple of polls on the Facebook one, so if you answer those, I will be sure to make sure that your answers are taken care of and I can serve you the best way possible. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Bye.